Mila from My 600-Pound Life, Season 4, Episode 11 that premiered in 2016. She's 47 years old, she's been bedbound for over 2 years, and her children have to do absolutely everything for her. She's unable to stand or walk because of her body weight, also because the muscles in her legs don't have any strength in them anymore, and she has large masses on her body, on her stomach, and her legs from lymphedema. She says she started gaining weight at 3 when basically she was kind of forced to eat, and if you were given food, you had to eat it, and you had to eat it all. And if you didn't eat it all, you'd get a whooping. She had a sister who often didn't finish her meal, and so she would finish her sister's meal on her behalf because she didn't want that to happen to her sister as well. By the age of 18, she was 350 pounds, and at her high school graduation, there wasn't a gown that was big enough to fit her. She got married shortly after high school, and she has 5 children. Month 1, the family decides to move to Houston, Texas so that they can see Dr. Now. It is a more than 20-hour car ride there, and they do it all in one day. She is put on a controlled diet, and they weigh her at the hospital, and she is 751 pounds. After being in the hospital for 1 month, she is down to 700 pounds, which is a loss of 51 pounds. And Dr. Now says lose 50 more pounds, and then we will talk about weight loss surgery. Her family is super supportive. They all come to the hospital, and they learn with her about nutrition and basically the diet that she's going to need to follow as she leaves the hospital. Month 4, she goes back to the hospital. She's 644 pounds, which is a total weight loss of 107 pounds. Dr. Now approves her to get the lymphedema masses removed from her so that they can get her more mobile. And he says, we will do your weight loss surgery after you can walk. Month 5, at a surgery day, they remove some of the lymphedema masses, and it is 43 pounds of masses and fluid loss. Month 7, she's in a rehab facility, and she is able to sit up on the edge of the bed, but still cannot stand up or walk. Month 10, she's back in the hospital. Dr. Now says, I need you to stand on the scale. We're not going to weigh you in the bed anymore. She tries, and unfortunately, she can't. Dr. Now says, I'm going to send EMT and firefighters to your house every single day. They will get you into a wheelchair, wheel you outside, then wheel you back inside and get you back in the bed so that you can see what it's like to be outside and what you're missing. So the month 11, she is outside, she's playing catch with her kids, and she just loves it. It is month 12, she's taken back to the hospital, they weigh her in the bed. She's 598 pounds, and that is a total weight loss of 153 pounds, and she is approved for weight loss surgery. It is now year 1, month 1, she is at home, but unfortunately her husband, he had a surgery, and he developed a really bad infection, so he has been in the hospital for quite a while, and he is not doing very well. It is month 2, and her husband did suffer a heart attack while he was in the hospital, and he is not doing well, and they don't expect him to survive. So at this time, because of everything that's going on, Mila says that I cannot leave my family like this in case something happens to me. So she says, I'm going to have to postpone the surgery. It is month 3, and sadly, her husband did pass away while he was in the hospital. It is month 4. She is not feeling very great. She's very sad and depressed from the loss of her husband, but her kids are really trying to encourage her to keep going. They say, get out of bed. We're going to help you out. And they also encourage her to set up another appointment with Dr. Now. It's month 5. They go and see Dr. Now in his office, but unfortunately, she cannot stand on the scale. He doesn't have one of those bed scales, and so they are unable to get a weight on her, but Dr. Now says, I don't think you've lost any weight. He says, I'm sorry, but your surgery is off the table right now. I'm canceling it, but what you can do is I need you to lose 20 pounds. I'm going to send PT to your home every single day, and if you get your weight under that, then you can come back and we will do the surgery. In month 6, with the help of PT and her sons, she is able to stand for about 30 seconds. It is month 7. She still cannot stand completely on her own. She needs help, like a walker and people to kind of help like lift her up, but she's making progress. She's at the hospital and she weighs in at 512 pounds, a recent weight loss of 86 pounds, and a total weight loss of 239 pounds. In month 8, he sets up for her to go to pool therapy. So they have a ramp and they take her in the wheelchair down the ramp into the pool. And she's able to stand, she's able to walk, she loves this, and she says that she has not been in a pool for 15 years. Month 11, back at Dr. Now's office, she still can't stand long enough to get on his scale, but he says, you do look like you've lost some weight, so I am going to approve you for weight loss surgery. It is month 12, it is surgery day, and she gets the gastric sleeve. At the time of surgery, she is 477 pounds. And that is a total weight loss of 274 pounds. It is year 2, month 1 of her journey. She's 451 pounds, which means she's lost a total of 300 pounds. Her family has moved back to Tennessee. She has quit the program. She has quit the exercising. She is done. But then a short period later, she calls Dr. Now and she's like, hey, can I get back on the program? He's like, sure, but you got to move back to Texas. She's like, I can't. I just moved to Tennessee. And he's like, okay, I'll get a local doctor to treat you, but I still want to hear from you. And if you get any surgeries, you'll have to come back to Texas and spend some time here to recover. And she's like, okay. It is month 3. She goes to a local clinic to get her weight. She's 412 pounds, which is a total weight loss of 338 pounds. She says that I'm not doing my exercises. I'm not doing really that great. And Dr. Now says basically you're the only one in charge of your own progress and you're the only one who can do it for you. It is month 4 and her kids are really encouraging her to do the program, do the exercises, and they're even do the exercises with her. In month 5, she goes back to see Dr. Now in Houston. He still can't get a weight on her because she can't stand long enough. But he says, it does look like you have lost weight, so congratulations and keep going. And she says that the apron on her belly of the excess skin and everything is really hindering her from standing. And so he thinks that it's approximately 30 pounds. He says, I think that we should probably remove that. It is month 6. She's in Houston. She gets the surgery to remove the apron from her belly. Her children stayed at home. She did have one child who is a grown adult child. He decided to stay in Houston with his girlfriend. He's got a life there now. So he is there to stay with her and to help her out. The surgery takes almost 8 hours and they remove more than 47 pounds of skin. It's month 7. She's at the rehab facility and she's just working really hard to get all of her muscles working, stretch them out, strengthen them up, and everything like that. It is month 8. Her family travels from Tennessee to Houston, Texas to see her, and she surprises them all by showing them that she can walk. It is year 2, month 9 of her journey. She is 231 pounds currently. She's been in rehab for 3 months, and her goal is to walk 100 steps, and she actually makes it to 103 steps. But her knees are just shot, and so she needs double knee replacement. In month 10, she can finally stand on the scale by herself for the very first time, so they get a weight on her. She is 216 pounds, which is a recent weight loss of 15 pounds. Dr. Now says in the next 2 months, I need you to get under 200 pounds so that we can do your knee surgery. And she is going home to Tennessee. She gets to fly in an airplane for the very first time in her life. Month 11, it is her 50th birthday and her entire family shows up and they are just all so pleased to see her walk and to see her weight loss journey. It is year 3. She is back in Houston. It is the day of her knee replacement surgery. She is currently 194 pounds, which is a recent weight loss of 22 pounds. But unfortunately, the surgeon had some last minute emergency and they had to cancel her surgery. So her and her family member that came along to help her have to figure out what they're going to do until the surgery's back on. So they check into a hotel. 1 week later, the surgeon is able to do the surgery and she says everything goes great. A week after that, she is sent to the rehab facility because she's got some issues with her tendons. They've got to address that so that she can get walking better. Dr. Now says, if you get under 175 pounds, I will remove the excess skin from under your arms. It is year 3, month 1. She's able to walk in the rehab center with a walker. Rehab is doing really well, and she says she's even open to dating. Month 2, she weighs in at 172 pounds, which is a total weight loss of 578 pounds. Her goal weight is 150 pounds, and because she's under 175, she's approved for the skin removal surgery. The day of the surgery, they remove the skin from under her arms, and it is 36 inches long and 8 inches tall. And in total, it weighs more than 5 pounds. Month 3, it has been a little bit difficult, her arms healing and everything, but she's still able to get up, still able to walk. She's 164 pounds, which is a total weight loss of 587 pounds. Month 4, she's able to walk completely on her own without a walker for short periods of time. She's 154 pounds, which is a total weight loss of 596 pounds. Month 4, she has a bucket list basically of these things she wants to do now that she's lost all of the weight. And one of the neat things that she does is she used to have to get transported in and out of her house by this like tarp basically. And so she walks it back to the fire department that gave it to her, and she sees all the firefighters and the EMTs and everybody that helped her out, and she gives them back the tarp, and it's just like a wonderful, cute scene. Month 5, she takes the family canoeing for the first time, and she also goes on a date with James, and she brings along her kids because she says, we're a package deal. Month 6, she does a video call with Dr. Now. She's 152 pounds, which is a total weight loss of 598 pounds. She says everything is healed up. She's going to the gym. She got her driver's license. She can drive now. She can walk and dance and do everything completely on her own. Pretty active on all of her social medias. She's on Facebook. She's here on TikTok. She's on Instagram, etc. She still looks like she's pretty active. She's still getting out there. She's very, very involved in her family, and she has actually become a grandmother. At least 2 of her children have had children by now, and there's lots of pictures of her just being a good Grammy. It doesn't actually include like her actual weight on any of her posts. She is still doing great. She's still, again, very active with her family, and she's still working on trying to be active, trying to eat healthy. She's posting, again, some of the meals she eats and some of the workouts she's doing. So I think she's doing wonderful. But unfortunately, it does look like earlier this year, in January of 2025, that her boyfriend of several years, James, did pass away. Heart goes out to her. She lost her husband, then she lost her boyfriend, and they're just such hard things. But she has an absolutely amazing family. They are such a support to her, and I just know that they are all coming together. They're taking this time to be around one another, to celebrate the births of the new babies. One of her children, he looks like he's an officer now. Everybody just seems like they are doing great, and as always, I wish them all the best. And I just truly love this family. I felt such that they were just, again, such a big support to her, and she just had so much kindness and grace through the whole process.